Today you take the lesson statistics. Statistics deals with the collection, presentation and analysis of numerical data. Okay, now you take the word data. So data is a collection of numerical figures, providing some specific type of information. So data is a number. So numerical data. Okay, a data is a collection of numbers. It gives some information. So take an example. So marks obtained by 40 students out of 25. So that all the numbers. So the marks is equal to the numbers. So numbers like 5, 10. Some of you get 25. Some of you get 20. So these are all numbers. So these numbers only you call it as the data. So there are three measures of finding central tendencies. One is the mean, median, mode. So there are three measures of finding central tendency. So one is the mean or average, second one is the median, so third one is the mode. So mean, the mean of n quantity, is x1, x2, xn. So the mean of n quantities x1, x2, so on up to xn. So mean x bar equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus so on up to xn divided by n. So simply you can write it as summation, or this symbol you call it as sigma. So sigma I equal to 1 to n xi divided by n. So summation I equal to 1 to n xi divided by n. So where sigma or summation means summation of. So next, so this is the definition of the mean or average. So average is a summation of all observation divided by number of observation. Sum of all observation divided by number of observation. So n is the number of quantities, means number of observation. So the numerator is sum of all observation divided by number of observation. So this is the average or mean. So next, median. It is the middlemost. So it is the middlemost value of a set of. So it is the middlemost value in a set of observations when the observation are arranged either in ascending or descending order of magnitudes. So that is the middle one. So that is the middle one value in the set of observation when the observation are arranged either in the ascending or descending order of magnitudes. So first we have to, the data we have to adjust in the ascending or descending order, then you find the middle term. So that is itself is the median. So if it is n, if n is odd, the last number is odd, median. It is the middlemost value in a set of observation when the observations are arranged either in ascending or descending order of their magnitudes. So this is the middle value. So median itself is the middle value. If n is odd, median equal to n plus 1 by 2th term. If n is odd, median equal to n plus 1 by 2th term. So if n is even, median equal to n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term, n by 2 plus 1th term divided by 2. So take an example. N is odd. So I take odd numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I take 5 numbers. So therefore n is odd now. So middle number is 3. So middle number is 3. Therefore median is also 3. So n is now 5. Total 5 numbers you have. Therefore n is equal to 5. So 5 plus 1 by 2, 6 by 2. That means 3. The answer is 3. Median equal to 3. Your assumption 3 is also correct and the formula answer is also correct. That is 3 now. So if n is even, median equal to n by 2th term plus n by 2th plus 1th term divided by 2. So I take now 6 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N by 2. So n is 6 now. Okay. You have two middle terms. One is 3 and 4. 3 and 4. The average of 3 and 4 is 3 plus 4 by 2. So that is 7 by 2, 3.5. Answer is 3.5. This is the assumption now. Okay, now using formula, the value of n is 6. 6 by 2 plus 6 by 2th term plus 6 by 2th plus 1th. So 6 by 2 means third one, and 6 by 2 is 3 plus 1, fourth, divided by 2. Third term is 3, fourth term is 4. So 3 plus 4 by 2, that is 7 by 2, that is equal to 3.5. Therefore our formula is correct and our assumption is also correct. So median is itself is a middle number. Mode. So it is simply the number which appears most often. Maximum number of times a number occurs, then it is a mode of that set. So clearly I give an example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 7. So therefore 1 is a mode. Clearly 3 times it repeats. So therefore frequency of 1 is 3. Therefore 1 is a mode. So 1 repeats 3 times. Mean of ungrouped data without class interval. So mean x bar equal to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 plus so on up to fn xn divided by f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus so on up to fn. So on up to fn. So give an example. The marks obtained by 40 students in the class out of 25 are given as follows: 1, 2, this is the marks, 3, 4, 5, so on up to 25. So one number, 5 members got 1 marks. 5 members got 1 marks. 6 of you got 2. 3 of you got 3. So on. 5 of you got 25. 5 of you got 25. So now this is the frequency f1. So this is the x1. So this is the f2. So frequency means number of repetition. So number of students. So this is the marks x2. So this is x3. So this is the f3. So on. So this is the xn 25. So this is the fn. So understood? So f1. So mean x bar equal to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 plus so on up to fn xn divided by f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus so on up to fn. So f1 f2 f3 fn is a total number of, what you call it as, the number of observation, f1 f2 f3 so on up to fn. So if you add, so that is a total number of observation. So next, so the simple form of x bar equal to summation, the simple form of x bar is equal to, the simple form of this one is equal to simply mean x bar equal to summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So this is come from the statement. So mean x bar f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 so on up to fn xn divided by f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus so on up to fn. So this is the summation when you write. So in that case, so you see that, so f1, so fi xi, so when I equal to 1, f1 plus f1 x1 plus f2 x2, so it is like this, summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi, where x1 x2 x3 xn are the observations. So like the marks 1 2 3 4 up to 20. So f1 f2 f3 fn are respective frequencies. So repetition of that marks, suppose one marks 1 got 7 members, so therefore f1 is 7. so f2, so like this. So up to fn are respective frequencies. So now you go through some of examples. The marks obtained by 30 students of class 10th of certain school in a mathematics paper consist of 100 marks are presented in the table below. Find the mean of the marks obtained by the students. So the marks obtained by 30 students of class 10th of certain school in a mathematics paper consist of 100 marks are presented in the table below. Find the mean of the marks obtained by the students. So marks obtained xi, so 10, 20, 36, 40, 50, 56, 60, 70, 72, 80, 88, 92, 95. So 92, 95. So number of students, so 1, so marks 10 got only 1, so 1, so 20 got 1, 36 got 3, 40 got 4, 50 got 3, 56 got 2, 64, 74, 72 1, 80 got 1, 88 2, 92 for 3, 95 1. So marks obtained, so you make a column. So marks obtained xi, so 10, 20, 36, 40 you write one more time neatly. So and the number of students you write. So now you multiply 10 into 1, 10, 20 into 1, 20, 36 into 3 you got 108, 40 into 4 160, 50 into 3 150, okay, 50 into 3 150, 56 into 2 112, 60 into 4 240, 70 into 4 280, 72 into 1 72, 80 into 1 80. So 88 into 2 you get 176, 92 into 3 you get 276. So 95 into 1 you get 95. When you add you get 1779. You got 1779. So and add all the frequencies, that means total number of students. So when you add all the frequencies you get the total number of students. So that is the 30. So summation I equal to fi equal to 30 by summation I equal to fi xi 1779. So this is the summation of fi xi. So this is the summation of fi. So that means the total number of students. Okay, the formula you have mean x bar equal to summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi you got 1779, and summation I equal to 1 to n you got fi you got 30. So substitute and simplify you get 59.3. When you divide like this 179 divided by 30 you get 59.3. Therefore the mean marks obtained is 59.3. That means the average marks obtained by all the students is 59.3. So mean of the grouped data. So next you have one more topic, mean of the grouped data. Mean of the grouped data. So in that first direct method, it is assumed that frequency of each class interval is centered around its midpoint or class mark. So mean of the grouped data with class interval. So you have in that class interval. So in that step you have the class interval. So direct method, it is assumed that frequency of each class interval is centered around its midpoint or the class mark. So you have the class interval. So we have to find the class mark. So class mark you have the formula upper class limit plus lower class limit divided by 2. The formula for finding class mark equal to upper class limit plus lower class limit divided by 2. So mean x bar equal to summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So the same formula you have. So mean x bar equal to summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So application for that one, first you see the application, then you know that. So what is the midpoint, what is the class mark? So a teacher marks the test result of the class of 55 students. A teacher marks the test result of class of 55 students for mathematics. Find the mean for the given group. Find the mean for the given group. Marks of students, so 0 to 10 one group, 10 to 20, so one class is 0 to 10, so second class 10 to 20, so one more class 20 to 30, and one more class 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So frequencies, the 0 to 10 you have 27 members, 10 to 20 you have 10 members, 20 to 30 you have 7 members, 30 to 40 you have 5, and 40 to 50 you have 4, and 50 to 60 you have 2. So write the same numbers in the tabular column. So marks of students 0 to 10 is 0 to 10, and the frequency of 27, and 10 to 20 copy that as it in the question. So 10 to 20 you have 10 members, 20 to 30 you have 7, and 30 to 40 you have 5, 40 to 50 you have 4, and 50 to 60 2, and add, you get the total number of students. So 27, 10, 7, 5, 4, 2, you get summation I equal to 1 to n fi means total number of students, that is 55. So class mark, how do you get the class mark? So upper limit, so this is the upper limit, so this one is the lower limit for this class. So this is the upper limit and this is the lower limit. So this class mark is exactly the middle point of this one, 0 to 10. The middle point is 5. But the formula for finding the class mark is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So upper limit is 10 plus 0 divided by 2. So 10 by 2 you get 5. So similarly 20 plus 10 divided by 2, 20 plus 10 you get 30, 30 by 2 is 15. So like this, so 5, 15. So the middle point of 20 and 30 is 25, 30 and 40 is 35, 40 and 50, 45, and 50 and 60 is 55. So this is the middle point of the marks of students or the class interval. So this is the class interval. So this is the frequency. So this column is class mark, and this is the multiplication of fi into xi. So fi, so column itself show that fi into xi. So fi into xi. So 27 into 5 you get 135. When you multiply 27 into 5 you get 135. 10 into 15 you get 150. 25 into 7 you get 175. 5 into 35 you get 175. 4 into 45 you get 180. And 2 into 55 you get 110. So when you add all the terms you get 925. So this is the summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi. So summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi equal to 925, and the sum of the frequencies you got 55. So mean x bar equal to summation I equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So 925 divided by 55. So when it divide you get 16.818. 16.818. Do in as a homework 925 divided by 55 in the rough book. So next, so second method you have deviation or assumed mean method. Totally you have 3 methods. So first one is the direct method. So in that you find the class mark and you go through as usual methods. So first method is a direct method. So the second one is the deviation or assumed mean method. The deviation or assumed mean method. So in that the formula the little changes. So mean x bar equal to a plus summation I equal to 1 to n fi di divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So you get one extra a. So this is a assumed mean. So what you called the name itself. So a is the assumed mean. So the method you call it as the assumed mean method. So the formula is mean x bar equal to a plus summation I equal to 1 to n fi di divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi, where di equal to xi minus a. So where a is the assumed mean, we have to assume that one, and di equal to xi minus a. So the a is different for different problem, and di is also different for different problems. So we have to go through the application for assumed mean method. So if we have the table of expenditure of the company's workers in the household, then what will be the mean of their expense? So if we have the table of expenditure of the company workers in the household, then what will be the mean of their expenses? So expense in rupees, 100 to 150, 150 to 200, 200, 200 to 250, 250 to 300, 300 to 350, 350 to 400. The frequencies you are like this: 24, 40, 36, 28, 30, 22. So these are all the class intervals. So and this is the frequencies. So suppose this is in rupees, so 100 to 150 rupees, you have 24 members. 150 to 200, you have 40. So like this. So 24. Okay. So now you have to substitute these values in the tabular column. So this is the tabular column. So you have to write like this. The first column is the expenses or the class interval. So if you don't know write expenses, you write simply class interval. The second column is the frequency. The third column is the class mark. How to find the class mark? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, and di xi minus 275 fi di. So in that we have to assume this one. So class mark, middle class mark, we have to assume. Okay, and di how do you get? So xi minus a, xi minus, so this is a now. So this is xi minus a, you get some value. So that is di. So multiply fi di. So that is the last column. So you have to go through some order. So first class interval. So as it in the question, you copy like that. So frequency also you copy like that and add it up. You get summation I equal to 1 to n fi. So that is equal to 180. So that is the total number of the workers. So class mark is a midpoint, or the formula for finding the class mark is upper limit plus lower limit by 2. The middle of 150 and 100 is 125. So 175. So 200 and 250, it is 225. 250 and 300, it is 275. And 300 and 350, it is 325, like this. And last one is 375. So we have to choose one middle number. So we have to assume. So the name itself assumed mean method. So we have to choose one number in the class mark. Okay, in the class mark. So we have to take this one also, this one also, this one also, this one also. You take middle one, any number. So this is the middle I consider 275. Either you take 2 to 5 also. So you take 275. So you take a as a 275. So now, so di is such that xi minus 275. So this is a now. So xi minus a, 125 minus 275, you get minus 150. Since the larger value sign is the negative. So since the larger value sign is the negative, so minus 150. So 275 minus 125, you get 150, and the larger value sign is negative, you put the negative here. So 175 minus 275, you get minus 100. So 225 minus 275, you get minus 50. So 275 minus 275, you get 0, and 325 minus 275, you get 50, and 375 minus 275 equal to 100. So now fi. So this is the di values. So this is a d1, d2, d3, d4, d5, d6. So this is a f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, f6. So like this. So this is a class interval. So this is x1, x2, x3. So simply generally you write xi. Okay. So now multiply fi di. Fi is here, di is here. So 24 into minus 150, you get minus 3600. Since minus is there, so when you multiply minus into plus, you get minus. So 24 into minus 150, you get minus 3600. 40 into minus 100, you get minus 4000. So 36 into minus 50, you get minus 1800. 28 into 0, so 0 into something you get 0. 30 into 50 you got 1500. 22 into 100 when you multiply you get 2200. When you add this all you get summation I equal to 1 to n fi di. Summation I equal to 1 to n we have to add, so therefore it is summation or sigma I equal to 1 to n fi di equal to minus 5720. So you all verify the answer in your rough book in your home. Okay, so mean x bar, the formula equal to the formula for assumed mean method to finding mean, x bar equal to a plus summation I equal to 1 to n fi di equal to summation I equal to 1 to n fi di. When you write the formula you have to pronounce. Okay, so x bar equal to a plus summation I equal to 1 to n fi di divided by summation I equal to 1 to n fi, like this. Okay, the value of a you take it as 275. The value of a you have 275, and the summation I equal to 1 to n fi di you got minus 5720, and summation I equal to 1 to n fi you got 150. Substitute as it is. So when you divide these two you get minus 31.66. So 275 minus 31.66 you get 243.34. You do it like this: 275 minus 31.66, you take 2 zeros, you get the answer here. Substitute in your home and do that.